have no idea what this is, but you guys recommended it to me. So let's take a look.
Everyone has a few stories about bad drivers.
Right.
Either you're the bad driver, or your friend is, or you just saw a bad driver doing something crazy one day. The worst is when you're in a car with the bad driver and they're having a regular conversation with you, seemingly oblivious to the fact that they're a law unto themselves out on these roads. I've been in a car with someone travelling down the wrong side of the road while they continue talking as if everything was normal, and I'm thinking, what the hell is going on? Do they even know they're putting our lives at risk? Should I even bring this up, or are we both just going to continue as if nothing out of the ordinary is happening? Is this how I'm going to die? Having a conversation about the housing market? But in Ireland, there's one bad driver that stands out among all the rest. This is for another.
If I was riding with someone who's driving on the wrong side of the road, I will tell them to pull over and get out and call an Uber. I will not ride with them again.
Number of reasons, but perhaps the most interesting is that they were a phantom. Their identity was as fluid as the air. So who, or what, was this mysterious bad driver? We'll open up this story with a little trivia for you. In Ireland, we don't call the police force the police, we call them the guards. Now, obviously, many countries have their own names for their police, but it's usually just police in whatever the local language is. Not so in Ireland, where the police force's official name is An Garda Síochána, which is Gaelic and means the guard or guardian of the peace. We just call them the guards. Usually in my videos I just refer to them as the police, because otherwise no one is going to know what I'm talking about without that
I mean, there's always those one weird countries that don't know what the heck the name of police is, so they call them whatever they want. I mean, they kind of call a police officer in, the UK as bobbies. For some reason, why do you call him a bobby? What are they, a bobby pin?
Preamble, but now I can finally call them the guards in a video. Well, in 2007, the guards encountered an anomaly on one of their databases. Over 50 traffic violations, all committed by one person. They were a Polish national by the name of Prawo Jazdy. Jazdy's crimes included everything from speeding to parking.
We have a few police forces in Spain. We have nicknames for all of them. Of course.
Violations, and they'd been committed all over the country. So how did Jazdy become Ireland's most prolific traffic offender without the guards even noticing until now? I mean, you'd think if this person was getting pulled over so often, their name would probably start getting some recognition before it came up in the database. I can't imagine asking an FBI agent about someone on the most wanted list and they say, oh yeah, I'd never even heard of that guy. He just came up when I sorted by number of crimes in descending order. Even more perplexing was how Jazdy kept committing these crimes. Usually you're only allowed a handful of violations before your license is revoked, and I mean, if you keep driving after that, and you keep getting caught breaking the rules of the road when you're not even supposed to be behind the wheel, how do you not go to prison?
I don't know. Maybe you tell him it's my birthday.
You know, you didn't indicate going through that junction there. Tak. Jesus, is that you, Prawo? I should have known. With damn pignoni. You were going very fast there when you went through that old junction there, Prawo. The light was red. You nearly killed that old woman. Tak. Are those cans of Karpaki sitting in the seat beside you, Prawo? Tak. Ah, no, you haven't been drinking them now, have you, Prawo? Tak. And it looks like you've turned one of the empty cans into some sort of makeshift pipe. Tak. You haven't been smoking crack and driving again, have you? Tak. Well, alright then, so best be on your way. Dovies in you. Bye. Looking into the matter further, the guards discovered that Prawo Jazdy had given a different home address in every encounter. Was this how they somehow managed to fly under the radar for so long?
I don't know.
No. Something was very wrong here. If you speak Polish, you've known what went wrong from the second I said the name Prawo Jazdy. That's because Prawo Jazdy isn't a name, it's the Polish for driver's license. Yes, in over 50 separate incidents, a guard had written up someone using a Polish driver's license and mistook Prawo Jazdy for their name. Here's a contemporary sample of a Polish driver's license so you can see how stupid that is. I mean, even if for some reason you didn't ask the person their name so you could verify which one of these details corresponds with the phonetics, how could you think this one was the name? I mean,
Prawo Jazdy. I don't know Polish. I don't know Polish. No Polish, no
Jesus,
at all.
come on. This happened 50 fucking times? I wonder are there any entries in the database under the name of Pl. I should also point out that it's possible not all the entries were mistakes. Maybe some offenders intentionally misled guards as to their identity after being caught breaking the law.
Probably
So why
more
was
than
the
likely
worst traffic
that.
offender in Ireland Polish? Surely if they were dumb enough to misread the Polish licence, they'd be dumb enough to misread any other foreign licence too, right?
No.
Why was the Polish licence the worst offender? Well, Polish was Ireland's second largest immigration population around that time, with immigrants from the UK being the largest. Actually, the Polish have since dethroned the Brits in this regard. And just anecdotally, I've known a few Polish people, and they seem to have a general enthusiasm for cars. So
He
maybe
has
that's
such a
partially the
thick
reason
accent.
Prawo
I love
Jazdy
it.
racked up as many traffic violations as they did. Of course, I have no scientific evidence to back this up, and this wild generalization may even be considered offensive to those of you of Polish descent, to whom I offer these pictures of cars as an apology. Yeah, look at that. Yeah, you like that, don't you? Ooh, you can make that one your profile picture on Facebook. After the discovery, an internal memo was sent out among the guards pointing out the embarrassing mistake and calling for new guidelines to be put in place on the system. This has supposedly been done, and in 2013, a common format for driving licenses was introduced for
What is
all countries
going
in
on
the
there?
European Economic Area, of which both Ireland and Poland are part. For the mistake, the guards were awarded the Ig Nobel Prize in Literature in 2009. The prize is satirical in nature and is to honour achievements that first make people laugh and then make them think. The award was accepted by a Polish national who had received a ticket in Ireland. What a neat little story. This is usually the part of the video where I ask you to subscribe and to check out my merch and buy a channel membership, but well, I'm still going to ask you to do those things. But seeing as the video hasn't been that long, why not throw in a stupid little joke that I've heard before? A lawyer over from London is in Ireland for the weekend. After running a stop sign, he gets pulled over by a guard. Annoyed that he's being pulled over, he decides to put his education as a lawyer to good use and have some fun at the guard's expense. The guard comes up to the window and asks for the licence and registration. What for? You didn't come to a complete stop at that stop sign. I slowed down and no one was coming. You failed to come to a complete stop. License and registration,
That's illegal.
please. What's the difference? The difference is that you have to come to a complete stop. It's a stop sign. That's the law. If you can show me the legal difference between stop and slow down, I'll give you my license and registration and you can give me a ticket. And if not, you let me go and I'll be out of your hair. Sounds fair enough? Please step out of the vehicle. The London lawyer gets out of his car.
What? I mean, a rolling stop is not the same as a stop.
The guard pulls out his baton
you can still get illegal.
and starts beating the shit out of the lawyer. Now, you want me to stop or slow down?
I paused it just way too second. Way too early. Like the Irish police, yes. Moral of the story, don't mess with the Irish police, yes.